Dear Mr. Walker, thank you for making that commentary on some things that I said. It's good to have another perspective. I would like, in turn, to offer some commentary on some of the things that you said in your video. Firstly, Mr. Walker, I am not Christian. I am Jewish. Now, you assumed I was Christian, Mr. Walker, and that is something that religious people, many religious people, find very annoying because a lot of atheists do that. Assume that religious people who are not Christian are Christian, or even if these particular atheists know that the people they are dealing with are not Christian, they assume that the religious people who are not Christian are like Christians. We're not. Or many of us are not. Most of us are not. There are many different religions. There are many different cultures who are connected with these religions. So, for example, in your video, you offered some advice to atheists trying to convince Christians that there is no God. Well, there are arguments you can make to a Christian, Mr. Walker, that might make a great deal of sense to a Christian, that might not make any sense at all to a Jew, or a Sikh, or a Buddhist, or a Taoist, because these are all very different religions with very different ideas about how people should relate to each other and relate to God. I would also like to state to you, Mr. Walker, that just because I know there is an argument that there is no God does not mean that I need to believe it. There is an argument I know that the world is flat. There is an argument that green alien lizards control the world. I don't need to believe these arguments, Mr. Walker. I can draw my own conclusions on these arguments based on the evidence I think there is supporting them. Now, I have considered all the evidence that I am aware of, and I believe there is a God. One more thing, Mr. Walker. I know nothing about you. I have seen one video of yours. Outside of that, you are a complete mystery to me. Now, there are some things you said in your video I disagree with, and that's fine. We're free to disagree with each other. But I'd just like to say that I think you made some good points in your video. And that's about it. I hope you have a very pleasant day, Mr. Walker. And anyone watching this who is not Mr. Walker, I will be posting a link to Mr. Walker's video in the comment section below. And I hope you all have a very pleasant day.